Here we go. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, everyone.
We're a couple of minutes late. We had some technical difficulties, but we're on now. Happy Monday to everybody. Welcome aboard. I'm Sam, and this is Danielle. How's everybody doing this fine evening on a Monday night? Wow, we got 4 people on already. Drop a hashtag live if you're currently joining. Put your name in the chat box, please, so we know who you are, especially if you're a client. And tag, say hello to Danielle.
Hello.
And tag anyone right now who you feel would get great value from being here on this fine evening.
Hey, Kelly.
So go ahead and do that. I want to see some tags.
Hi, Anna.
I want to see some fire or thumbs up in the chat box before we get started. Who's excited for this live tonight? Put excited in the chat box. And try not to yell too much tonight. It's nighttime, so I'm not going to be yelling much. That only happens in the morning and afternoons when I have a little bit more energy. I'm trying to wind down right now. So the 8 o'clock ones, there's not going to be so much yelling. Okay? Hi. How's everybody doing? Good, good, good. If you're on Instagram and you see us live and you can let us kindly know somehow, that would be awesome. Okay? All right? Okay, we're going to have a recipe also for you guys. So stay tuned. We have a great, delicious recipe. Okay? So stay tuned for that to the end of this training in order to get that. In addition, when Danielle and I speak, please take notes by either commenting below and posting your biggest takeaway from each of these live trainings. This one is going to be about accountability and excuses, so you guys can start being more accountable. So some of the common excuses that Danielle and I hear, we're going to just go through them, and you guys will let us know if it's one that you've ever used before by saying me in the chat box, okay? And others need to see some of these excuses so we could bring it out to light, bring it up, shed some light on it, and discuss how to overcome some of these excuses, and not just how to overcome it, but maybe have some of you out there right now listening that's in the audience that have been in the program for a while have been dealing with it. And you can comment in the chat box and we'll let other people know. Sound good, everybody? All right. Why don't we see each other on Instagram? I'm curious why we don't. Oh, because we didn't go live. That's why. Okay. You should be seeing us go live on Instagram soon.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, great. Nice. People are on. All right. So let's get started with tonight's training, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to post our biggest takeaway. And, a lot of people wanted to know, how do you win the 14-day challenge? Okay. We discussed this last week and we'll discuss it again. We are in the middle of the 14-day challenge right now, currently. It's still going on. So if some of you have signed up, that's awesome. Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Yes, welcome.
Okay. And the challenge is still not over for anyone who's still part of it. Okay. Just because you didn't sign up on the program, you're still part of the challenge. Okay. So please tune in, still stay excited, and still go after your goal. Tonight, we're going to discuss why you're here and why it's important for you to do this to begin with. Okay? So how do you win the challenge? What are some things you have to do to win the challenge? I want to see in the chat box, if anyone is participating in the challenge, what are some things you think you need to do? There's 4 things you need to do in order to win. What are those 4 things? Let's put it in the chat box. Hey, what's up, Dad? How you doing?
Hey, Dad.
She signed up. Who's that?
Anna? Oh, that's Anna, yes.
Hi, Anna. How are you? Welcome.
Very excited
Congratulations.
to have you on board.
Yes, excited for you. Anyone know? No one knows how to win the challenge. I guess there's not a lot of contenders on. 4 things you must do. Number 1, post your pictures so we can see the transformations. 2, do the workouts if you haven't already. We shouldn't be saying this by now, but yes, in order to win the challenge, you have to do all the workouts. If you couldn't do them, you should have been in communication with us by now in order to be able to do it. Someone already wrote. Good. Very nice. Who wrote this? Boom. That's what you have to do. Check in, post, engage, and lift. So post your pictures, engage like this gentleman or woman. I can't see who you are. You can put your name in the chat box. That would be awesome. Check in. So check-ins are vital. Vital, ladies and gentlemen. And some of you treat the check-ins, with all due respect, with like it's the last thing you're doing on your list. And we're going to discuss how important your health and fitness is to you and how you treat it. Do you treat things of value last second, misplace them, throw them around? Probably not. So start valuing your health and fitness. When we ask you to check in, it's important to check in. Okay?
Check-ins is how we know how to upgrade your plan, how we know what's going on for you. You know, everybody has a different, something different going on. So we need to make sure that you're making progress, see where you're struggling, so that we know how to better help you.
Yes.
So it's actually hurting yourself by not checking in.
Correct.
And what do you want the most out of your program?
Yes. Very good. Exactly. Listen to what Danielle is saying. Post pictures, Anna. Very good. All right. I added the 4th thing. Terry. Excellent. Okay. Let's get started. All right. Let me bring up our slides. Common excuses Danielle and I hear from busy parents that are having a hard time getting started with weight training or losing weight or cardio or anything to do with their health and fitness. Okay, some of you may have already heard these. Some of this stuff may be redundant, and it is. Some of you may need to hear it over and over again. Some of you may not. And if you don't need to hear it, you can easily say goodbye. We won't even know. There's no pressure for you to be here. We're not trying to bore you. We're trying to help you. So if it becomes boring to you or redundant, you don't have to stay, with all due respect. Okay? If you're too advanced for this kind of training, see you later. All right? Very good. So let's continue on. Putting the blame on others for your weight gain. Putting the blame on others for your weight gain. Easy one to do. See, because we're all looking to procrastinate when it comes to starting this thing. Some are more excited than others, but some are looking to procrastinate. It gets very scary to commit to health and fitness and a diet plan because you start taking away things that you're currently used to eating and drinking, etc. So you start to put the blame on some things and people. Has anyone in here put the blame on others when it came to their weight gain? Anyone? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's get honest. Anyone put the blame on others? I'm going to give you some examples to help you.
I'll give
Sure.
some examples. One thing we hear, is if one spouse normally cooks for the family or for you, and they want you to eat what they're making, or they don't want to make a separate meal. Then we have people who cook for the family, and maybe there's kids in the family and they're picky eaters. So it's like, not wanting to have to sacrifice and make more than one meal. So that's actually, something that we hear pretty often. And, even if things are not always as convenient as we would like them, you have a goal and you're doing this for you. So even if your spouse is not on board, even if, you have to cook, I mean, worst case scenario, you just got to maybe cook for yourself, because we need to take responsibility for the goals that we set for ourselves. And that's any goal in life. You can't wait for somebody else to come and do it for you. We have to learn how to be self-reliant. And, even if it's a little inconvenient having to make a little something separate, we do try to teach you how to make it easier and how to make family-friendly meals and how to tweak it a little bit so that other members in the family can eat. But that shouldn't be a reason to not lose weight.
Blaming others gets us into the predicament that we usually are in. It's when we start to take responsibility, when I start to take responsibility for my own actions, I start to get better with anything I start to do. It's easy to blame somebody else. Sure, it could be a very validating excuse or reason. Let's not call it an excuse. But we have to start somewhere. We can't keep pushing it off on something else. That's what we're trying to drive home here. We're not saying that there's reasons out there that are not valid. There are. But how many have you used? And be honest with yourself enough to the point to say, are you really procrastinating?
It's understandable. We get it. We understand. But, again, it's just when you have a goal, you have to be responsible for yourself and for your goals. They're your goals.
Yes. Post midweek photos in app or post end of challenge? You're going to post it at the end of the challenge. Very good question. So for your posting pictures in the beginning of the challenge and at the end of the challenge, they'll be installed in your calendar for you to take them so we can do the analysis to pick the winner towards the end of the week. Okay? All right. I'm going back and forth between two different platforms. So if I don't answer your questions or see them right away, because I'm going bouncing back and forth. Take responsibility, Anna, for your own actions. Exactly, Anna. Mm-hmm. Very good. All right. Okay, very good. Let's continue on. This is a big one. We've all heard it. No time. Let's stop using the no time excuse, please. We all have time. One of our things is, Danielle and I, what we speak about is making the time 30 to 45 minutes, 45-minute workouts. It could be done.
You don't have to spend hours in the gym. So some people have the misconception that you need to spend hours. We specifically, deal with busy parents, so we don't give very long, drawn-out workouts. And we also let you know that you don't have to do your cardio with the weight trainer. You can split it up if you need to. So you just have to take a look at your calendar, your schedule, see what's going on, and fit it in.
Who's loving the content? I'm asking for a reason. Put some hearts down there if you love the content so far. If you've been loving the content that's coming out on social media, put hearts. Okay? The reason why I ask is we're going to be upgrading our systems over here. So Danielle and I are going to get more professional, and we're going to be having mics like that in the middle of us for us to speak so you can clearly hear us better. In addition, you see this blurry that keeps happening? That's because we have no green screen. We went to Best Buy, and this is how we do things, Went into Best Buy and learned a couple of tricks from people. I went there, I asked some questions. They gave me some good tips. People much younger than me. They're very tech savvy. They know a lot about this game. So he told me I got to get a green screen, not a pink screen, not a blue screen, not an orange screen, but a green screen. So this green screen is going to be placed behind us, and you're not going to see what you see now, like this BS that you're seeing like that. You're going to see clear how,
And apparently my 12-year-old knew about it and didn't tell us. She didn't realize that we were having the wave thing going on.
Exactly. No more wave things. Thank you for all the hearts. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So basically you're going to get better quality content. As far as the message is still going to be the same, but the sound and the picture or the video is going to be much more clear and more professional. So I hope you guys are excited about that. We're going to also get a camera. It's going to be an external camera connected to this computer. That's going to be more, it's going to give you a much better shot of our acnes. Okay?
Takes away wrinkles.
Exactly. All right. Very good. Very good. Let's continue. Stop the nonsense and continue on. Fatigue and exhaustion. Saying that you're too tired. You had a long day. You work 2 jobs. You have kids. You work construction. You don't have time. You work long hours. You sit behind the desk. You drive a truck. All that. Another excuse that you don't have energy to start. Well, guess what? If you think back, any of you that have worked out at any point in your lives or done anything active, think back to that time in your life. And I'll ask you this. Did you have energy then? And if you did, put yes, I did in the chat box now, please. Because chances are when we get more active, we develop more energy. The more you don't move around, the more you sit around, the more you'll feel lethargic and you won't want to do shit. And you'll keep coming up with the most creative excuses, the most believable excuses. Sometimes I get convinced of why you can't start or why you're not ready or why it's not the right time yet. Or you'll rationalize and say, I'm doing this, but you're really not doing this and that. It's a whole package deal, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice that you started exercising, but you also have to start with the nutrition. And you also have to be consistent. It's a package deal. Like, it just doesn't work if you do it for a little bit and then stop. It's nice, maybe better than some others. And some people are consistent and they still don't see results. And I'm likely to tell you, if that's you, putting in the work, being consistent and still not seeing results, it's your diet. Or you need to go to the doctor and get your hormone levels checked. Cortisol, thyroid, testosterone, estrogen, or your hormones. But don't use that one as an excuse, please, because we're going to get into the training and we're going to talk about being, what's the word?
Accountable.
No, the other one, how your mother said it's pronounced?
Perimenopausal.
Yes, perimenopausal. We're going to discuss that too, so please stay tuned. Do not use hormones as an excuse, please. People that have had hormone imbalances have lost weight. It's your diet. Okay? Are we clear?
And genetics also.
Genetics do play a role.
But I'm saying a lot of people say they feel like because...
That's another one. We didn't have that in the slides. But yeah, genetics is another excuse of why not getting started or wanting to start. And another reason, if you're consistent and you're still not seeing results, is because maybe you don't have a lot of weight to lose, and you're not staying patient enough, and you're not measuring and taking pictures and tracking. See, if you track, you can go back and assess. Huh?
That rhyme.
I'm a rhymer too, don't you know? Shit, Sammy Guns rhymes.
Track and go back.
Exactly. I won't lie, since the challenge, I've been feeling more energetic and happier.
Very nice to hear.
Excellent, Anna.
Very nice.
So nice to hear.
Yes.
She writes, I was like that. I made time for me and my health on my breaks and lunch.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
And when there's a way, there's a will. Does that make sense?
Since we're talking about being fatigued and exhausted, it might sound crazy, but I take a shower before the gym. It wakes me up. So maybe you want to try that. Maybe it'll wake some of you up if you're tired before the gym.
Caffeine helps. Okay. Thinking about your why helps.
Put cold water on your face.
Yes. But you need to start getting motivated one way or the other. If you can't motivate yourself, then let us freaking motivate you. We'll do it. No problem. I'll bring my bullhorn. Okay. Next. Emotionally drained. Okay. So these are some big ones. Taking time for the kids, so you don't have time. Caretaking, having to take care of some people that need taking care of, so you don't have time for yourself. Having a very stressful job.
Working from home, so you
Mhm.
feel like you're always kind of at the office. It's hard to get away from the desk to work out.
Yes.
So, you can counteract all that stuff by scheduling,
Yes.
making time
Ye-
blocking.
Time blocking. People are commenting here. True for both. Absolutely. More energy with working out, more tired without. No excuses. You two do a great job. Thank you. Whoever you are, can't see your name, but thank you. We'll check later. We know we
The
know
why
the why
gets
gets me all the time. Good. And we're going to discuss the why. The why is huge,
Mhm.
huge, bigger than anything. Tap into that why. Why is it important for you to get in shape? Why did you join the 14-day challenge?
Yes, somebody started time blocking. Who started time blocking? Can you put your name in the chat box so we can see who you are? And it works. Yes.
Works if you work it, so work it, you're worth it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's continue. Limited support, not having enough support, trying to do it by yourself. Not having enough time, having to do research, looking up different exercises, not knowing what to eat, what workouts to do, how much to eat, when to eat.
Oh, Terrell.
Yo, what up, dog?
Terrell wrote that? You started time blocking? Proud of you. Nice.
There he is, man. What's up, bro? Terrell, where you from? Drop it in the house, bro. Where you originally from? We want to represent.
You know what we're looking for.
Okay. All right. So let's continue on. Limited support, not having enough support. Okay. So we offer support. We're just going to put it here, and then we're going to talk about Brooklyn in a second. But we're gonna. Where is it here? If you're watching on Instagram and you need support, click the link in our bio and go to the Facebook community and join our community, so you can start getting some free support. Starts at least over there, and then you can build on that. Some of the people that came into the challenge came in free, and now they're in our community, and they're already participating. A week or two later, and they're involved, and some are even invested. So they're not alone anymore. Now they have support. Support goes a long way because we hold you accountable. If you're not going to hold yourself accountable, let us hold you accountable. That's what we do. Until you can hold yourself accountable, get some confidence, get some motivation, see some changes in the mirror, see the number on the scale drop. Some of you wanting to add on muscle, go up, see the changes develop, get the feeling you want, feel better in your clothes, and watch the magic happen, and develop some sustainability with it over time with the knowledge we drop on you over these live trainings every night. If you're getting value now, drop some fire in the chat box, please. Now let's discuss Brooklyn for a quick second. I want you guys to tell us out there now, if you're listening, because this is something Danielle and maybe I fall short on. How many of you feel like we connect with the audience? How many of you feel like you know enough about us? Not just that we're personal trainers and fitness coaches, like where we're from, kids, right? So we are from Brooklyn.
Oh, where's my hand? Trying to go whoop whoop. My hand's not showing.
And we live in New Jersey now. We have kids. Should we tell them our age?
I don't care.
And we're in our 40s.
You can tell them.
Right? And we grew up in the 90s. All right?
We did.
So if any of that stuff resonates with you, right? Because we're trying to connect with you more, because we don't want to just constantly be jamming health and fitness down your throat. We are human beings too. I do yell a lot, but there's a nice side to me too. It's not just health and fitness. What do we like to do? We like to go to museums.
We love music.
Concerts, music. How many of you guys in out there love music? No, a lot of you do. Drop your favorite bands down there. One of your favorites. Let's see who they are. We're kind of getting off the training, but we'll get back on. Just trying to connect with the crowd here, all right? So don't hold it against me. Good.
What kind of music do you guys like? Yes, love Fleetwood Mac.
So we actually saw
an amazing cover band.
Yes, called
Tusk.
Yes.
They travel all over. They're amazing. If you ever see Tusk, you should check them out. If they're ever in town. They sound just like Fleetwood Mac.
Eagles, old school, very nice. Love music. Queen, Megadeth, very good. Awesome. Classic rock. Any hip hop, any techno. We listen to it all. Any country, believe it or not. Danielle doesn't listen to it.
I was just going to say more him than me.
I listen to country. Yes, I do. Yeah. Got a country side to me too. I've got to check it out. Then do that. Check it out.
Yeah, it's worth it.
All right, let's continue with the training. And I love pizza.
And I love bling. Can you all see?
She loves bling.
You can clean your computer or your car. I don't know if you could see this, but it's all blinged out, and I love it. I've been holding it during my calls.
It's awesome and it's beautiful, just like herself and her bottle down there.
Oh, it's inside.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah.
Luke Bryant, awesome. 50 Cent. Yo, what up, dog? Who's in the house? 50 Cent. A lot. Allman Brothers. Good stuff. I saw them live at the Beacon many years ago. All right? Good. Shit. A lot of people on. Okay. Let's continue.
Likes music.
I see. It's good. All right. Beatles. The Beatles. Classic. Okay. You know, the Beatles, they change sounds with time. They're like one of the only bands, if you listen to them, they sound different in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Check it out. We're thinking about becoming DJs.
Yeah.
On the side. Sammy Guns DJ. Okay. Not prioritizing, learning to say no. How many of you have a hard time saying no? Put it in the chat box.
Probably the same people that feel like they don't have enough time because you're not saying no when you need to say no. We can't be all things to everyone. We have to, prioritize and think of ourselves too and our well-being, and not always say no when we not always say yes when we want to say no, or when we just don't have time. So, we can't always be there for everybody exactly when they need us. If it's your kids, of course, if it's, it depends on what the situation is. But I'm sure we all have some things in our schedule that we could take out or put off, or, not cram our day so full and save a little bit of time. Maybe not scroll on wherever we're scrolling, and instead take that time and work out or prep your meals, do something good for yourself, or even just like meditate, relax, just self-care.
Yes.
Take a bubble bath.
Get a bubble bath.
Yeah. Do something for yourself.
Do it. Okay. Next. Let's continue on.
And that'll give you energy too.
Energy. Who loves energy? Put energy in the chat box now. Big one, ladies and gentlemen. How do you pronounce this word again?
Perimenopausal.
Perimenopausal. How many of you think that you can't lose weight because you're perimenopausal? Okay? Yes. Can it be more challenging than it was earlier? Absolutely. But what happens if you don't do anything about it? What do you think is going to happen? So yes, go ahead.
Women tend to start putting on body fat around their midsection. during perimenopause and menopause, your hormones change, you have less estrogen. And, if you're already not exercising, it's very likely that you're going to start to see more weight around the middle. But you can definitely do something about it. And if, like Sam said, if you don't do anything, it's just going to get bigger. Your waist is just going to increase. Your belly is just going to get bigger. It's not going to get better from here. So yes, it is a challenge, and hormones do make a difference, and certain things and conditions can make it harder. There's other conditions, there's PCOS, there's other things that can make it harder. It's, there's medication, antidepressants, there's like whatever, a host of other medications. We won't get into them all now, but that could make it harder to lose weight. Yes, it's true. However, doing something is better than doing nothing. You can still cut your calories. You can still create a deficit.
Yes.
You can still burn calories. You can still lose weight.
Right.
It might not fall off you like it did in your 20s. It might not fall off you like it did before this age, but you can still make a change. It's not a reason to not start.
Correct. Just like all the other ones we're mentioning. We're just pulling all of them out of the books. They have a whole list of them.
And because we want to give you guys hope also and encouragement.
Exactly.
Because we know it works, because we've seen so many people with the stuff that we're telling you about. That's where we're pulling it from.
Do it.
Our clients have had these issues,
exactly.
and they've done great.
Well, I'm not gonna mention names because I don't know who's on. But yeah, if I knew someone was on now that I knew we worked with that dealt with this, I would say talk about it. Okay, because
injuries.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like,
we
all
dealt
the
with
different
a lot.
things that we've dealt with, all the people we've helped over the years. Injuries was another one. I mean, we had one of our clients speak very recently about how he lost like 60 pounds, and he couldn't do like a lot of the exercises had to be tweaked, or he couldn't do them. But you know what?
Yep.
He looks like a different person.
Yep. He's probably on now, Nelson. Right?
Yeah,
he's cool
I haven't
with it.
seen, but he's done amazing. He's doing amazing.
Yep. You need to build up your metabolism. Yes. My cousin juiced and he looked great, but talked about rage. Your cousin juiced. So what we're talking about is steroid use over there. Juicing means steroid use. So thank you for bringing that up. To piggyback off what this guy is saying over here, Brian, there is hormone replacement therapy out there. So you don't have to juice, but you could use hormone replacement therapy and go to the doctor and do your research on it. We're not here to tell you what to do with that, but it can help you level out your hormones. That's why we tell you, if you've really been 100% keeping to the plan for like a while and you haven't seen any changes, then we tell you go get your thyroid checked and your hormone, your testosterone and estrogen checked and all that. After all that, which leads to what he just dropped. Juicing is just a fancy word for saying using steroids. And using steroids is just using excess hormones. Excess. Too much. Which what makes people as big as they get. But increasing your hormone levels a tad can help some individuals, which is a different training, with burning fat and building muscle. And being premenopausal, perimenopausal. But it does come with some consequences, right? You got to do your research on it. Taking hormones. We're not here to tell you what to do with that. Sound good, everybody? The key hormone was out of whack for me. Seemed to be good today at the doctor. First time in like a decade. See that?
Nice.
Awesome. That's a huge win.
For PCOS.
For PCOS. So, lady, we're working here. Dealing with PCOS, and our hormones are stabilizing.
After a decade. That's amazing news, Farah.
Huge freaking win.
Yes. Yep.
Consistency, ladies and gentlemen. It pays off. Staying on a plan, not giving up, showing up to these calls. How many freaking calls have you showed up to, Farah? You don't really miss, do you?
Very consistent.
So that just shows you, ladies and gentlemen, showing up to the calls goes way more than just doing the exercises. There's so many people that could just do the exercises and keep a diet plan and fizzle out after a certain while. Who's going to last the duration of this and sustain it? Slow and steady wins the race.
You don't want to yo-yo and have quick weight loss and then gain it back and go back to losing. And it's just like to be on this never-ending cycle. It's exhausting.
The show is.
Better to just, be consistent and over time drop a pound or two a week. You're going to keep it off longer.
Okay, very good. You guys getting value? Are we boring you or are you guys still in here? I know we're past 36 minutes. You gotta go?
No.
Oh, yeah, I know. We're going slow. Let's move through it, okay? Lifting weights, making you bulky. Another one. How many of you thought that you need to lift weight, that if you lift weights, you're going to get bulky? A lot of females think that. It's not true. Let's just put it how it is. It's not true. Eating will make you bulky, and taking enhancements like juicing will make you bulky. Okay? Being on a health and fitness plan that's sound with decent amount of protein, carbs, and fat, and lifting weights is not going to make you bulky. Period. It's a lie and an excuse that you make up not to start. Or you're just too lazy to lift weights because you get sore, it bothers you, it hurts. Maybe you've got injured in the past, whatever. You're scared to start, so you use that one as an excuse. So stop. Next, or you don't know what to do in the gym, whatever. I'll start lifting weights once I lose weight. I know this is one you guys for sure have used in the past. You don't even have to put me in the chat box. I'm glad your cholesterol is stabilized.
Awesome.
And I'm going to rush through this. But that's another one, okay? Is once you lose weight, you'll lift weights. Why? Why are you going to do that? Why? What made you think that? Who came up with that idea? Where do you see that nonsense? Where did you read that or find that? Who gave you that idea? But I hear it all the time. Another great excuse. Actually, lifting weights will help you lose weight. More so than cardio, if you do it the right way. So don't use that excuse too, please, okay? Good, I'm happy. Next, saying you eat healthy when you really don't. Eating healthy for 1 or 2 weeks doesn't count. It's nice that you're doing that, but you're really lying to yourself. You're not eating healthy. You didn't eat healthy to get to where you were. So that's another lie you guys use. Okay?
Tracking helps with this too, because a lot of times we don't realize what we're eating that is not so healthy.
Okay. All right? Okay, next. Healthy food is expensive. How many of you use that one? Meanwhile, you buy junk food and put on 10, 15, 20 pounds. How did you afford that food? That's not expensive. So my guess is you just don't want to eat healthy food because it's boring to you, I guess. And junk food isn't. It's exciting, tastes better, so you spend your money on that. Don't tell me the lie, healthy food is expensive. You didn't become overweight because you're cheap with food. You spend lavishly on food. That's why you're overweight, with all due respect. Right? Makes sense? You value food. You spend money on food. But you're spending it in the wrong places. And you're lying, saying healthy food is expensive. So stop that lie, number one. Number two, if you don't start eating healthy and continue to eat the way you are, eating healthy is going to be, not eating healthy is going to get more expensive for you as you develop doctor bills and continue on with your life into your 40s, 50s, and 60s.
You'll actually save money by not buying junk food.
Okay, so
A lot of our clients' grocery bills have gone down.
right. And if there's anyone in here that can attest to that, that's listening, tell them, please, in the chat box, that if you get on a plan, you actually save more money on groceries than you do from all the shit that you buy and you don't even eat. Chuck out. All right? Okay. Junk food is expensive also. Invest in your health. Invest in your health. Right? And here's a great analogy. This is one that's going to make a lot of sense and resonate with you. You want to go for it?
Sure. So, when we think about investing, I had what I thought was a really good analogy. It's like for ladies, if we're using a handbag for an example. For men, we can use a watch, right? So just think about if you were to go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls or even Macy's and purchase like a regular handbag, nothing too lavish, or a discount, you find a really cute bag on sale, or a Timex watch for the gentleman, right? Or you go into a Gucci store or Chanel and you purchase a very expensive handbag worth a lot of money, thousands of dollars. Or for a man, a Rolex, say for instance. What do you think you're going to take care of more? What do you think you're going to value more? And we all know the obvious answer. So it's the same thing when you invest in your health and fitness journey. A lot of people are afraid, in investing in themselves. And we've talked about it in the past. We've given programs for free to friends and family. And what do you think they do with it? They don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even look at it most of the time.
80 people signed up to the challenge, ladies and gentlemen. A quarter of you actually did it. That just tells you free, no one values it. When you pay attention, period. The more you pay attention. That's it. It's that simple. What the fuck does Louis Vuitton make that TJ Maxx bag doesn't make? Maybe the quality of the leather is a little bit better or whatever. To justify it, to charge tens of thousands of dollars for it, why do they do that?
That Louis bag isn't even leather, and people pay that kind of money for it, for the name, and they value that. And
right, and you best be damn sure that they ain't gonna leave that bag unattended. Right. Maybe, and I'm not saying that TJ Maxx bag is bad at all. I'm not, if anybody has any of that.
Right. No.
But I'm trying to make an analogy over here. But the other bag, you may not be as whatever the other bag, you may not be as so mindful about it, as so value it as much.
So sometimes when you go in a little bit over your head, it makes you make sure that you're going to do it. It pushes you, it motivates you because you're feeling it.
Especially if you're a person who struggles with accountability and consistency, because that's what you struggle with. So you have a hard time showing up and being consistent. But when you pay, you're going to be fucking consistent because you're invested.
And you're going to want to get everything that we have to offer.
And if there's anybody in here now that's listening that can attest to that, say me or drop some fire in the chat box now, please. Paying for the name is right, brother. Oh, wow. Look at all these comments. Holy shit. I didn't even see these. Sorry.
Christine said they
Holy
saved
shit.
A ton of money.
I'm sorry. I didn't see your comments. Fuck. All right. It
costs more to eat bad.
Yeah.
Our health is more expensive.
Somebody's asking about creatine. Whoever you are, creatine, it's okay. Depending on what do you need it for, what do you want to use it for. So please let me know. Next. Still alive and kicking. Good. Whoever you are. Awesome. Glad you are. Raising your metabolism. I always say poor health is more expensive. Yes, it is. It costs more to eat bad. Exactly. Christine. We've used a ton of Christine. If you get organized, you save money on food. Yes, very true. Whoever wrote that. Look at that. Boom. So true. I spend.
And fast food is expensive.
Exactly.
Too. It's not even cheap anymore.
Spend way more just winging it on fast food and junk. Yes. Yes. Look at that. Read it. Wake up. Stop lying. Stop lying. Fast food is expensive now too. Me. All right, good. All right, so you get the idea. Value your health. Invest in yourself. You don't have to invest with us. Invest in something. Okay? That's it. Got some more stuff to tell you. So tune in. Hold on. Now, what we said earlier. Why is it important for you to lose the weight? Why? Why did you guys come here? Why did some of you enroll? Why did some of you do the challenge? Why do some of you keep showing up to these lives? Why did you decide you want to lose weight and build muscle? Why? What is going on in your life? You don't have to get too personal, but think about it. What's driving you? What's itching you? What's the shit you think about late at night that's bothering you? That's motivating you to actually want to consider losing weight. Think about that stuff. The stuff that's really internally driving you. The stuff that you don't want to tell people because you're embarrassed or uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? Because that is, if you tap into that pain is going to amplify your drive and motivation to go after it. And us, are going to give you the support necessary with the tools to get you there, if you like. Want to read some of these comments? Thoughts about compressed eating window. You feel way better.
So like intermittent fasting.
What are your thoughts about compressed eating window? It's good. It's good. We'll talk about this one day. I want you guys make a note about fasting to talk about fat. We're gonna bring this up as a topic and get into this more in detail. It's a good one. Whoever you are, it's a win-win to be healthy. I want to be the best version of myself that I can be healthy. Exactly. Being the best version, yes. To be the best me, yes. To be healthy, exactly. Living day by day. Very good, very good, very good. To look and feel better about myself, to better me and my son. Yes, good. What?
They can't really hear what you're reading. Can people see this? To look and feel better about myself, to better my health for me and my son. Yes. And thank you, Farah. I'm glad, that you didn't. It says I would have quit by now if it wasn't. Oh, for Danielle, almost did. I know you did several times, but you didn't. You didn't. And that's where having accountability comes in, because there are times when most people feel like quitting, especially if you have a long road ahead of you. It gets hard. We're not saying that it never gets hard, but we're saying that we're here for you. So I'm very glad that we could be there for you, and for so many other people that we've seen make amazing transformations who stick it out.
Excellent. Good. So we all know why, right? We all know why. We're going to tap into our whys when things get challenging and hard. Not going back to being almost 500 pounds. That's it. So what are you going to do to not make sure you get there? What are you going to do? What plan of action are you currently doing or taking? Or are you just saying that? And I don't know who you are, but I just saw the comment come through. Yes, better health for me and my kids. I don't want my health and fitness to stop me from doing things and activities.
And living life to the fullest.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Big
you
one.
Be able to live life to the fullest.
Big one. Right? Not being winded, being able to go to places, not get tired, have energy, not be scared.
Yeah, we go around once. we should be able to take advantage of everything life has to offer without being held back because of our health and fitness
100%.
or lack of.
Okay, we're up to the protein cheesecake recipe. All right. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm going to give it to you guys. So whoever wants it, just put the word cheesecake in the comments below. Put the word cheesecake in the comments below. And Danielle and I will look to see who commented, and we'll make sure you get one. If you don't get one, DM us and we'll send it to you. So, one second. For anyone else watching.
This is our treat to you for staying to the end.
Yes.
Cheesecake. Oh, we need who that is. Is there a way to see this?
Well, we're going to see on the Facebook side. Okay. If you're on the Instagram side and you're putting cheesecake, okay. Anna, we have. Okay. No problem. We'll take care of her. And we don't see you on Instagram and you want it, then what I recommend you do, because we won't see the comments come through on Instagram once this video finishes, we will only be able to see the comments on Facebook. So if you're on Instagram and you want the cheesecake recipe, go ahead and either drop a comment now so we can see it come through. We'll take a snapshot of it and we'll try to reach out to you. Or click the link in our bio, join the community, and once you come in, we'll tag you on the recipe. Okay?
I love it. Someone wrote cheesecake for in the future. It's got to be a client.
So this is a protein cheesecake recipe. It's created a little bit on the healthier version. Obviously, if you're a client and you want to eat it, you'll have access to the recipe, but we'll discuss in your check-in whether we're going to have it, whether we're going to place it in your plan and replace over in addition to your meal plan.
We're going to get you that recipe, Anna, and everybody else.
Sound good? Sound good? Who got value this evening from tonight's live training? Let us know in the chat box by putting the word value. Okay? Also, let us know, because there's a lot of people on. I'm curious. We'll take a little survey now from the audience, and then we'll wrap it up. Do you guys, and I did this the other night, several questions, just answer them for us. First question, this one I didn't ask. Do you prefer the trainings in the evening or in the morning? Do you prefer the trainings in the evening, afternoon, or mornings? Put it in the chat box. These live trainings. When are you guys able to access it to be able to come on live more? In the mornings, afternoons, or evenings? Okay. The next question I'd like to ask for you guys is, what do you like to see more of? Do you want to see more of exercise tips in the gym, correction, how to perform exercises, like things like that in the gym? Do you want to see stuff in the kitchen, like recipes, tips on nutrition, nutrition-based stuff? Or do you want to hear us in your face, well, me particularly in your face, yelling at you about accountability and being responsible and mindset and motivation stuff? So either put in the chat box more mindset, nutrition, or exercise, so we can take a survey on that. Why can't you just do a little bit of it? We always do a blend. I'm just kind of getting a feel of what people need more of. No yelling. Okay, no problem. Okay, yelling. Nutrition. And I want to see what people need more of. Okay? I'm curious. Cheesecake, evenings, mornings. Okay. All right. I am barely around in the morning, so evenings are good. Okay. And in addition to that, we're going to also start doing some guests besides our own clients. We're going to start bringing on some people to talk about different things, so you don't have to hear and see our faces all the time. Some exciting stuff. We're going to bring in some acrobatic stuff, some people doing jumping jacks and dances behind us. No, I'm only kidding. We're not going to have that. we'll have some people on to talk like we are about different topics about health and fitness, sharing their experience as well, their professionalism, their expertise, not just ours. Sound good, everybody? Is that exciting for you? Both exercise and recipe want a better understanding of which muscles are worked and which exercises. Oh, good one. Take a picture of that. Please. Thanks. That's a good one. See, we get the content from you guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is not shit we make up ourselves. The stuff we present to you is what we hear, and we present it back. And we give you the solutions to our best of our ability to be able to help you. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope you got great value. If you need the recipe, just let us know. Until next time.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.